Every year in the United States, thousands of workers die on the job, and millions suffer a serious job-related injury or illness. That's far too many, especially because most workplace deaths, injuries, and illnesses can be prevented. There is a common sense, flexible, and proven tool to help employers focus on prevention. It's called an Injury and Illness Prevention Program. It's a proactive process to help employers find and fix workplace hazards before workers are killed, get hurt, or become ill. How do these programs work? They almost always include 6 key elements. But there's no one size that fits all. You can tailor each of these elements to match the needs and characteristics of your business. The first element is management leadership. Management leadership means that managers at all levels show they are committed to improved safety and health. It means making safety and health a top priority, setting goals and objectives, providing adequate resources and support, and setting a good example. The second element is employee participation. Employees have a unique knowledge of the workplace, so ideally they are involved in all aspects of the program. In an injury and illness prevention program, employees are encouraged to communicate openly with management and to report safety and health concerns. Hazard identification and assessment is the next element. An injury and illness prevention program has procedures to find all the hazards in the workplace and evaluate their risks. There's an initial assessment of hazards and control measures, and then regular reassessments to identify new hazards and monitor the effectiveness of the control measures. Next is hazard prevention and control. This means that you put procedures and programs in place to eliminate or control workplace hazards and to meet your safety and health goals. Everyone in the workplace should know about the hazard control plan. Next is education and training. All employees need education and training to carry out the responsibilities under the program. Everyone is trained to recognize workplace hazards and how to prevent and control them. The final element is program evaluation and improvement. Key to the success of the program is a regular evaluation of its effectiveness. Identify what's working, what's not working, and how you can improve the program to make the workplace safer. Injury and illness prevention programs are nothing new. Thousands of employers across the United States have already implemented them, and about 2/3 of U.S. states encourage or require these programs. Businesses and organizations of all sizes and types have adopted such programs, using approaches that make sense for each workplace. OSHA estimates that these programs could reduce injuries significantly, and companies with these programs have seen other benefits too, like lower workers' compensation costs, better morale and communication, enhanced company reputation, and increased quality and productivity. All these benefits were affirmed at a workshop at the 27th Annual Conference of the Voluntary Protection Participants Association held in New Orleans. Thousands of employers, more than 2,400 in 2011, belong to OSHA's Voluntary Protection Program, or VPP. They have programs based on the same key elements found in any injury and illness prevention program. At the workshop, speakers from large and small businesses, government, and academia discussed their experience with these programs. The first speaker was Donald Ellisberg, who has worked in the field of labor law for the past 46 years. Mr. Ellisberg was staff counsel to the Senate Labor Committee during the drafting of the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970, which established OSHA. He explained that the concept of labor and management cooperation to make workplaces safer, a key concept behind the injury and illness prevention process, is at the heart of what Congress originally expected from OSHA. He described how over the years, many employers have put proactive programs in place with leadership from the top and strong employee participation, and these programs work.
The Safety and Health Prevention Program has huge cost benefits, both in production and in workers' comp cost benefits and in premiums. This is a money-saving operation for any employer.
Next, Michael J. Vigetzi, Global Manager of VPP and Safety Programs for General Electric, described how GE is committed to the VPP process to address issues and risks around the world. In 1996, GE decided that their injury rate was pretty good, but that pretty good wasn't good enough. They needed to retool what they were doing as a company to improve safety and health. To do this, they decided to focus on the approach that was already successful in the company's high-hazard sectors, the management system approach found in the Voluntary Protection Program.
But we focused on this process because of the benefits we saw from VPP. We saw an injury and illness rate and productivity gains, quality gains within the plastics and silicones division. So when we started to focus on implementation of VPP across the company, we started to see the gains in all the areas. We saw increases of safety and health excellence, participation and recognition, and a drastic decrease in injuries and illnesses through a management system model.
Mr. Vigetzi explained that at GE, they have seen program impacts in other areas. Referring to this chart, he said that as the VPP program took hold at one site, not only did their injury and illness rate, shown in red, decline, but productivity, shown in purple, increased.
This is a facility on the left-hand side as they see management systems implementing, employee involvement implementing, injuries and illnesses reducing. We compared it to productivity. How many units are going out the door? How does that leading indicator of productivity compare to the lagging indicator of injuries and illnesses? So we looked at things like that and we see productivity gains out of doing this.
Andy Upel, Director of Safety for Bratensburg Industrial Service Company, described how his 700-person demolition company has built up a prevention program and is working to make it better. An important element has been changing the culture of the workplace, an educational process of getting people to step back and think through the hazards before going forward. The benefits have included not only reduction in injuries, but also an enhanced company reputation. They have achieved preferred status for many major corporations as a result of their VPP status.
Being a VPP contractor, it's like a golden, golden wand or something, because companies know at least, they know what they have when they have you come to a site.
John Sesla is the Program Director for the Department of Defense VPP Center of Excellence. He noted that the Defense Department faces the very same safety and health challenges that other workshop speakers had described. He described why a comprehensive safety management system is key to reducing injuries and workers' compensation costs.
The mandate went out to begin to find ways to better reduce mishaps and accidents and injuries among the services, and with a goal being zero preventable accidents.
The old ways of doing business and so forth have reached their endpoint. We have to have new and innovative ways if we're going to drive that down further. And we believe and we think we're showing that VPP, implementing VPP as our safety management system, will do that for us. Next slide. Army sites that were working to implement VPP criteria as their safety management system accrued an average reduction after 3 years of 30 to 33% in their TISR and their DART and even their lost workday rate, with an associated cost savings and avoidance average of about $1.6 million per site.
Prevention is the key to putting an end to workplace deaths, injuries, and illnesses. And injury and illness prevention programs are a proven approach to prevention. Every workplace can benefit from having such a program. For more information and help getting started, go to www.osha.gov.